How's your spirit? Mine? At peace. It is Friday, September 1st. That makes it the start of JP season. September 30th is my birthday. I will be 48 years old this month. When you come in, do all that YouTubian stuff for me, please. Hit the like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, or don't. We believe in free will over here, the right to choose. Hmm. I think that's the thing. Free will and the right to choose. We need to choose whether or not we go to work. We need to choose our own names. We need to choose So I guess it's a way of dealing with limited choices. We stand firm on those choices. Sometimes we make odd choices. And I'm rambling a little bit because I'm thinking as I kind of always think as I speak. However, we hang on so tightly to the past. Well, most people. They don't want to let go. We either hoard memories, hoard people, hoard things. We have a fear of letting go. Or we often let go of the wrong thing. I've lost several people who were important to me for one reason or another in this lifetime. And weirdly, there's no one for me to speak about them with. Yet I know their spirit still exists. So I want to uplift their memory, uphold them in spirit. And it's difficult to have anyone to do that. Realize you don't really need anyone. You, the spirit, and God is enough. The majority of my life, I've known that I wanted my name to be remembered. I wanted people to speak highly of me when I was no longer present. Hell, to be honest, don't we all want someone to speak highly of us even when present? You know what I'm saying? Good morning, Mike. How's your spirit? Are you getting off from work? You got big plans for Labor Day weekend? Thanks for joining. Thank you for hitting the like button too. Give me my flowers while I'm here, and when I'm gone, sing my praises. So that's what I'm gonna do for you. I'm gonna tell you you look nice whenever I can. I'm gonna tell you I'm proud of you. I'm gonna tell you that I think you're brilliant. I'm gonna tell you you're an amazing person. That stuff. Words of affirmation. You were off. I hope you got some rest. I know it's hard. It's difficult to make that switch when you're an overnighter on your days off. Because the rest of the world, you and the rest of the world tend to be on a different schedule. Getting to the topic. Martin Luther King went to Memphis over a labor issue, a union labor organization issue around trash workers, I believe it is. Here we are coming up on Labor Day. I'm good, Mike. I'm good. I'm a little, just a second. Let me grab this. I think my allergy, no, I know what it is. It's something irritating me right now, but I will survive it a few days. I do not like when I lose things. It drives me bananas. Banana. Oh, it's on the bed. No, it's not on the bed. Oh, see, Mike, this is the thing that I do to myself. Okay, it was on the bed, like I said. Ta-da! Thank you, Spirit. Y'all want to see the? Look. Isn't that gorgeous? That is one of the most beautiful things. It was worth coming to Tucson. I cannot say it was worth the experiences that I've had in Tucson. Now, as I was saying, labor movement, Labor Day, right to work, free labor, blah, 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 right? Here's the thing. And I'm obviously considered a conspiracy theorist by some. But there's this little hiccup because, I've been around the government my whole life, so a lot of these things that I speak to from having witness, not just theory. Seeing principles put into practice, so to speak. Most of us are and often feel like a cog in a wheel. We're just one piece of making this system work. And it doesn't matter your gender, ethnicity, religious background. It is what it is. It's part of being in this American system. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't the same feelings in other systems. I'm talking about the one that we currently reside in. But our labor system, in many ways, was built on slavery. We were the first real laborers around here, outside of colonizers, trying to build up their own spaces. When you're talking about building the foundation of this nation, that would have been through slavery, through abuses of other people. You look at it today. Well, let's go back about 3 years. It's 2020, 2019. The pandemic. The world shuts down. Good morning, Sister Enage. How's your spirit? Thank you for joining. Thank you for doing that YouTube stuff for me too. So 2020, the world shuts down, and we find out who the actual essential personnel happen to be. And who is that? The people at the top, and the people at the bottom. Now, the people in the middle, they felt the squeeze, right? And by that, I just mean to say, they realized about the same time that the companies realized middle management isn't really that necessary. Middle management isn't really that necessary. Perhaps middle income people aren't either. It's just a thought analysis. Calm down. So you got essential personnel for about, I want to say, what was it? Maybe 6 months? I don't even know if it was for like a full year. Essential personnel. Be extra nice to the delivery person. Be extra nice to the dishwasher. Be extra nice to so-and-so because we need them to make this country run. If we didn't have laborers, we wouldn't have. Here we are in 2023. You got people going into stores and fighting employees behind the counter for no real good reason. You got the essential personnel being beat up and bullied everywhere that they go, and those who appreciate them are doing nothing about it. Dollar General, Waffle House, Wendy's. You like to say to me, JP, those things aren't really essential. Y'all know y'all don't know how to cook, right? Y'all don't know how to cook. You wouldn't know what to do, many of you. Here's this thing that I know to be true. The price of everything is rising except paychecks. So going into this Labor Day weekend, have you really thought about it? What are you celebrating? Are you really appreciating it? Mike says he can make a mean carbonara. Mike, carbonara is one of my favorite pasta dishes. I am once again at the point where I can control what I'm eating, sort of. And so I'm back to trying to give up cheese. But I'm telling you, man, carbonara with some zucchini, man, that's a ticket. Anyway. You're going to work every day, right? Almost no matter what you do, you got to work at least 2 hours to be able to pay for a meal. How essential or important do you feel? Cost what? 50, $60 to fill up a gas tank. For a lot of people, that is 4 hours of work. And what are you using that gas for? To get to work. Where, how do you really feel? The company culture, does it make you feel appreciated, valued, respected, or like a cog in a wheel? I'm a chef by trade, Mike. Nice. That's one of them things. Hey, ladies, if y'all don't know how to cook, you better get on it today. These fellas do. They have moms like me who are like, yeah, no, you're not going to lose your money to the first fresh biscuit and piece of ash you see. That's not going to happen. So here's what we're going to do to fix it. While you all were being raised to compete against everybody. Anyway, as I was saying. So you're basically making money to give your money to the state, to your bosses, to everybody but you. Yeah, Mike, by the time COVID hit, I had already left the culinary industry due to disability. Although I was working part-time at a Cinnabon. I had to remember what it was. And just for some extra money. And now I don't know. I would like to integrate it into what I do, cooking, that is. Yet I don't know that I want to outright be in a culinary management position again, so to speak. That's what my degree is in. But so you're working for this company that wants you to stay clean, keep the facility clean, be nice to people who are mean to you, do what they tell you to, don't talk back, all of that. And somehow you're supposed to believe that you've achieved or that you're on your way to destiny, right? Just 5 years with this company and you'll be able to work anywhere. Blah, 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 blah. We can get you in all the right spaces with all the names. Happy belated birthday boy. How's your spirit, March Harris? Sorry guys, just looking at the sky. That's a good man. I really wish that I had a camera. I miss so many things that were, for lack of a better word, taken from me because people. So anyway, you got to pretend that the company culture is happy-go-lucky. Hey, how you doing? I think you're the greatest in the world. When in reality, they're, behind the scenes slashing hours and pay and doing everything to work you right up to full-time without working you full-time so they don't have to get benefits, that type of shit, Oh, my bad, March. I thought it was yesterday. Excuse me, pardon me. March, I'm still working on stuff. But happy birthday to you then. Happy birthday to March. Happy birthday to March. Happy birthday, dear March. Happy birthday to you. March is old. No, he's not. If March is old, then I'm old and I refuse to age. Damn that shit. Yeah. You just got gray hair. Just got experience, wisdom. I've got a life well lived. And I'm not ready to give it up, call it quits, any of that shit. So anybody who's wondering or asking or thinking, yeah, nah, I'm not going anywhere. I might take a break from YouTube for a while, social media in general. Who knows? Why you care is the question. Uh, and then second, it's my life, and I'm gonna live it. I, that's it. Okay, so apologies. I did get a little bit off. Hey, I like that, sister. Enage, gray hair is wisdom on a strand. I will take that. In that case, I might should have more, but no, we Gucci. We ain't gotta do that. You know what I'm saying? Mine's on the 13th. Cool. We're only. Ah, look at that. Look at that. The boys got something in common. They're too cute. They're so sweet. I love them. Um. So when it comes to this labor thing and Labor Day, no, March, you're not old. I promise. Uh, and considering that, considering, it's Mark's birthday. He's in his 40s. He ain't old. He ain't, ready to give up the ghost. Considering your life expectancy, do you really want to give it all? So let's just call them the Labor Party. What about laboring for self? What about, yes, March, God is awesome. Ah, Michael be 30. Ah, that's so cute. You're a baby. I remember when I was 30 and people would call me a baby, I'd be like, do you see these 3 people behind me? I am not. But I do say if you're under 30, you're like 12 and a half in my eyes. I should have kept it that way. I dealt with someone who was a whole lot younger than me in the last few years. And that was a big mistake. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, I don't regret anything that I do. And there was a lot of things going on at the time. So it's a story for another stream. You can go look back and see it. You can find out a lot of things. It's all there. Ironically, my life is an open book, and I'm in the midst of writing a book. But no offense again, Mike. And happy birthday to you in advance. Happy birthday to you once again, March. Every year, someone suggests blacking out, right? Instead of doing Black Friday, someone will suggest that black people, boycott, don't shop at these corporate locations, right? Amen to that, Mike. We don't bank on hope, though. We pray, we get healthy, and we do the work, and God's got the rest. You know what I'm saying? My suggestion is this year. Now, I've already said this. Like, I was like, this summer, don't go having your family reunions at the big hotels. Have a family reunion at your house on the front porch. Here we are getting ready to head into the holiday season. That's pretty much what Labor Day marks. It's the beginning of the holiday season. Halloween stuff's already out there. If you're looking closely, you can already see Christmas items. Like, they just skipped over Thanksgiving, but hey, anyway, I think we know why. Um, and this year, I want you to do something radically different. Today's September 1st, so we'll call it Small Business September. Starting today, going forward, wherever possible, shop small and local and Black owned. Those of you of other races, other whatevers, I get it. Well, you're like, well, that's some shit. Yeah, no. This is a fight in understanding. We are a part of this country. We are a part of its fabric. We are a part of its makeup. And it's time that we're seen as such. Not just as men and women and children, but as whole family units that were given the opportunity and grace afforded us as whole citizens under the Constitution. And while we have the right, or many rights to choose from when it comes to how we speak our language, that language, or our rights, as it were, pulling out of the system and pooling our resources is one of them. It is one, nonviolent. Two, it's silent and loud at the exact same time. Three, it's actually rather easy to do. See, you gotta see it now though. Look at what they're doing. They're merging large corporations, the telecommunications. Now we're at the groceries. At some point, they'll be in control of absolutely everything, right? They're going to automate it. They're going to make you outdated. It's so much for labor and celebrating. See how easy that is? That's the ticket. That's their golden goose. That's what they're banking on. March, I will hijack as many months as I like. Get over it. Mike says, thanks, March. Trying to make the most of life. This channel makes it. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate that. Still here to make an appointment to see it. Oh. We'll send up positive thoughts for you, Mike. I mean, that's it. And so let's go back to this outdated thing just a bit. I just want you to understand something. In the eyes of the United States government, Black people are outdated equipment. No more, no less. Unusable livestock needed to be put out of their misery or put out to pasture. With COVID, they tried to make that go faster. So you gotta look at it like this. Mysterious cooting shut the world down for 2 years. We already know about social media addiction. We know your families are on faulty, shaky ground, so to speak. So we said you hope to be together. We ratchet up the violence all over the media. You turn to other things. You're given this money, so you're considering ways to make money. And you, in the beginning, you figured the world's gonna open back up soon, so you keep doing what you're used to doing. Then as things get worse, you fall in line with what you're being asked to do, told. Really. And that's when they've got you. They introduce a thing. They plant a seed. A seed of negativity. Because at the beginning, you're like, yay, I'm happy to be at home with my family and getting this money and doing this thing. You know, we can't go out, we'll stay in, we'll order, we'll do all this stuff, you know. Then you start getting bored, tired, sick of one another, start looking for other outlets. Since you can't go out, you turn to social media. Social media is the seed of negativity. It is the moat of misery. It's either you're pretty or you're not. You're thin or you're not. You're strong or you're not. There's no in between, no gray area. It's like real life. Then they throw in the ticking time bomb and tell you to pick sides. It's just a conversation. There's no harm in it. All the while you're being categorized by your likes, your dislikes, where you go, who you talk to, what you talk about. They've got you. Before you know it, you aired out all your dirty laundry, plus that of all kinds of other people. Yeah, on camera, behind the scenes, somewhere in between. Most of you by now, they've got your data, your DNA, your demographic. They know everything about you. Can tell you how you live, what you're going to do. That predictive technology thing. You liked it in the beginning. Okay. Perhaps we all do, to some degree. But now they're using it, and you can see it, to sell you things. To sell you a dream. To sell you a false reality. Fear. False evidence appearing real. The idea that we all hate each other. Men and women hate each other. Blacks and whites hate each other. Asians and everybody. You know? They're going to sell you a story in the news, TV shows, the mainstream. You're going to come to a place like YouTube thinking that you're getting real people talking about and doing real things. That's what these live streams were supposed to be. You know, real people interacting. real people. But most people wear a mask. Most people were worried about being monetized. Most people wanted to do anything that they could to make the money because they want to be out of the system that we just discussed, the one that traps you. So think about being an American, I think might be kind of specific. We're promised freedom. We kind of live and die by it. You know what I'm saying? Some of us had to fight harder to get it. Some of us are still fighting. Because we know that most, if not none of us, down here at the bottom are free. True freedom comes with equality, equity, economy, those things. Your debt is the economy. You are the currency. And the ones who are squeaky and making the most noise, they want to get rid of. They've been trying to get rid of us since they supposedly set us free. It's not a uniquely American thing, but it's a very American thing. So that's why I say, don't protest. Boycott. Let God, life, and fear do the rest. These people haven't had to fend for themselves in centuries. And what if all of us pulled out of all the systems, use our degrees, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to build communities of like-minded people who believe in equality, equity, and economics? And the voice of the people. That's the key. You do that on a micro scale, but you do it globally. We're in the beginnings of an election cycle. Now is the time for everybody to do something different. To strike the fear of God in them. Well, of course, March, we're not doing anything to anybody. So why would they attack us? The world's been watching since 2020. I think it was Iran who took it to the United Nations that America was committing genocide against Black people. And I said everybody pull out the system, march, and do for their community. Everybody's got a small army at that point. Now, there's that hiccup. If you're not going to work with us, you can't buy from us. Okay. We build our own. As Kevin Samuel said, you build a plane while you're flying. It's not like some of us don't already have the means, is what I mean. We're just talking about worry. We're talking about peace. We're talking about going home and cleaning up your own neighborhoods, your own communities, not depending on the police. Fact. Fixing the cracks in the foundation. And then moving forward. No, Mike, you have to, on YouTube, you have to have 500 subscribers now to be monetized and have a membership. I have a membership over on Buy Me a Coffee, though. You can pay for a membership over there. I'm going to be updating tiers and changing things, but the ones that are there, they'll still be there. I would say in the next 6 months to a year, there will be not even a year. The next 3 to 6 months, there'll be a price increase. Just because I'm independent, and it takes a lot more time, energy, money. It's just me. And I actually, right now, I just don't have the space or capacity to do what I used to do. But I'll be getting back to it soon. I also, hey, y'all can go to Buy Me a Coffee and go to the wish list over there. Help a sister get started. It's always nice. It is September. It's my birthday month. Go ahead. Hook a sister up. No, darn it, Mike. All in time. All in God's timing. Redemption, Mark. Mark asks, and what about the undesirables? We offer them an opportunity at redemption. Oh, you'll have to do your time, but if in that time you can redeem yourself, then there's a place for you in society. If you can't, well, you're going to have to sit somewhere for a spell, and your family is going to have to pay for it. We're not going to be providing free housing, food, and those things for people who can't follow, for lack of a better word, the community guidelines. Yeah, not other people's time. So, you want to commit a crime, be prepared for you and your family to actually do that time. We're not doing it. Sister NH, Brother Mark has been missing you terribly, child. You need to just go ahead Tell him to pick you up on his way to pick me up. He was supposed to be here last month. It's all right, though. Mike says, I want to have the green handle on my name. Check marks, green handles. It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Do I. I don't know why that just popped into my head, but like I don't, I really don't care. The message is out there, and that's what matters to me. It's the 5%er in me. Each one teach one. So I go live. One person watches. Tadar, I done it. I go live. YouTube stops shadow banning me. I reach a couple hundred people. That's the thing about it, March. I recognized then why people were coming. Well, no, I recognized then that people were targeting me because of my capabilities. Aw, Mike. Well, that part's super easy. There you go. Like, so in the beginning, that thing arranged to make me was more like a thank you for being here, you know, consistently. And then after that, people who were here consistently would make sure the chat flowed properly anyway, you know? Like the conversation was flowing. And so in order to keep me from having to stop what I was doing, people would kind of moderate on their own. So then I, became more selective about whom I made a moderator, although I was anyway. But I realized that that's what people were targeting me. I mean, you got to think about it. Like, when I first started, it was the time that Kevin Samuels was out, and it might have been like me, Kevin Samuels, and a couple other people who had timestamps on their live streams. People showed up for the conversation. And then someone said you're supposed to have a niche. And I was like, yeah, that's outdated. You're gonna have to have evergreen content. Even the niche content on YouTube is evergreen content when you think about it. It was created for people to express themselves and learn things. That was the primary model, so to speak. Pardon me. March Harris, behave yourself. Okay? Please. Thank you. I appreciate you. We may not even get into a second hour. I don't know that I have the means or the data to get into the second hour. We'll see. Anyway. I came out with a full understanding of what I wanted to create. I had a model in mind. I picked up a couple of things along the way. I said thank you to people who did that for me. This platform was built for 2 reasons: to tell my story and be the foundation for my small business, because I was doing something different. I recognized the need for it early, years ago, to be a cannabis consultant, but yet uh, people were skeptical. You know, even with 2025 states who legalized cannabis in some way, people are still skeptical. Even with all the things that are happening today, like yesterday, today, now, in the moment, people still don't know which way to go. And so that's what this channel was built for. You know, as I'm going through it, I'll leave you information, breadcrumbs, peanuts, whole sandwiches if necessary. I know, March. I miss doing the cooking shorts, so as soon as I can, I will get back to it. I don't know. I really enjoyed something about it. Just the creative process of it all. It was one of my favorite things to do. I don't know. I do well. My favorite thing to do is heal people through food. So hey, you had a bad day today. Here's some soup. You know, here's a shoulder. You know, that part. But you know, think of it. They are really doing their damnedest to get rid of opioids because it's killing their children more than anybody. So understanding holistic health care, holistic foods, those things, combining that with cannabis and the things that come naturally to healing. That's what I want to create, BPM. Thank you for joining, by the way. I hope your spirit's well. And I lay the foundation for that, brick by brick, one at a time. Wall fall down, I gotta put it back up. Once this happens, that happens. You know, what makes it the leader change? I really haven't talked about it recently and considering it, Mark. I believe that people are born leaders, yet it has to be honed into something. You can lead people into catastrophe, or you can lead them into greatness. It kind of just depends. You know what I mean? Experiences have a great way of honing people. You cannot lead from a book. That's why Bible thumpers bother people. There's a pigeon outside my door. That song, Walk On by Lisa Stansfield just came to mind. How you doing this morning? Yeah, I don't want you to come in the room, but what you been up to? You got plans for the holiday? Oh, you just gonna walk away like that? Okay. I mean, let's talk about it. Do birds get holidays?
I'm just curious. Like, do y'all get holidays? He looked back at me like, what the hell is a holiday? Found somewhere, girl. Ain't got time for you, lady.
I know, y'all. I'm goofy. I love nature. Just being able to experience that, to be that close. Man, if I could learn falconry, oh my gosh. I might freak out a little bit, but you know. Mark says, I find myself led to military generals' books on leader. Yeah, I read one recently, or I skimmed through it. Uh, and that's basically what they say. You got two types of leaders: those who are born, well, I guess three technically. Those who are born to lead, those who are called to lead, and those who want to lead. So to speak. I believe in those who are called to lead because they don't want to lead, but they're built for it, and given proper guidance, can make exceptional leaders. Good morning, Lighthouse Society. How's your spirit? Big things are always popping around here. Mike says, my neighbor keeps feeding the pigeons and now all the satellite dishes. See? There you go. That was divine timing, Lighthouse and Mike. I hope your spirit is well, Lighthouse. I hope that you have wonderful plans for the weekend. Work on pulling out of the system and building your dream, your reality. That's my suggestion for the remainder of 2023. That and become political minded. Use your voice and the power of the people to move the government in the right direction. Or just out of your way. Use the cookies and cream satellite. Are you from the South? Nothing wrong with that. I'm from Memphis, Tennessee, just out of curiosity. All of a sudden I hear Peaches and Cream playing in my head. Ah, San Francisco. Okay. Way out west. Way out west. And then you think of that movie, Bible Goes West. Oh. It is a beautiful morning. It's supposed to storm later. Kind of look forward to it. Tucson, Arizona. Thank you for asking. But so, like I was saying, most people came into this thing masking who they were. No, Lighthouse, I did not. The proper way to say it is Tucson, Arizona. But I like to say Tucson because that's the way that it's spelled. But it's more like being in two sons. So Tucson is what it is. But so most people came into the social media space. I'm just going to use 2020 as a measurement here. Masking who they were. Wanting to be seen more than they wanted to be, wanted to be seen and heard more than they wanted to be valued.
supposed to take them seriously. They wanted to be the next big thing. In some ways, without offering anything. Ooh. Sorry, y'all. I almost saw an accident just right here. Like, one car was backing out, another was flying down, and neither of them were paying attention, and it was a near miss. I mean, God was like, nah. Look out. Be more careful. Got to be more careful. See, eventually, the mask of the people comes off, just like the mask of corporate, the masks of nonprofits, the mask of the government. Eventually, people get hip to shit, or you can't fund the illusion any longer. Something has to change. It's coming. You know, from here, there'll be another YouTube class, right? The class of 23, 24. People just getting started, and someone's gonna offer to mentor them, and tell them to take this test, and let's do this, and love on them, and all of those things. They should be prepared for it. Make them show their value. Make sure you know your value. Don't let anybody gaslight you. Don't tell them you have. Don't let anybody tell you you gotta conform with the company norm. It's rules and guidelines, standard operating procedures. Stay within those and enjoy the journey. Do you? Don't get caught up in iconism, idolatry. I want to be like them because look what they achieved, not what they had. I don't really want to be like them. I want to use them as the blueprint, maybe, for some understanding. It's time for all of us to upgrade our understanding of the world that we live in. And then move in new ways to keep up with the changing times. Or get left behind. Or get caught up in it. Get stuck in the matrix, so to speak. Be safe with your, good luck with your appointment. Welcome back, Sister H. Sister H, you been on a date recently? It's none of my business. Nobody else's either. Just, let's just say. I was reading an article today. It's got my mind turning a bit. You just noticed, Mike. Man in the UK. He was locked up because he said that, or didn't say, he killed his mother and attempted to kill his sister because he said that they were doing black magic on him. He is locked up in a facility for schizophrenia. Someone tried to do that to me over these last couple of years. To make me out to be crazy. So that they could have either guardianship or conservatorship over me. Isn't that? Not crazy. Never happened. I've gone through some things, so a lot of it. Mike, please don't snipe anybody. You know, it's a whole deal. Hope I die, because I came on here saying that I was living my legacy. Still from me, because, well, I'm going to die soon. Make everybody think that I'm crazy, just in case. Drive me crazy. So you can make a case against me. Use every tool in the arsenal against little old me. All of it because you can't control me or my voice or anything else, so you control my money and my popularity. It's absolutely crazy. It's not just me. They were stalking, cyberbullying, doxing, a lot of it. Mainly women alone, specifically. Then it grew from there. All because I wanted to do things differently. That's a damn shame if you ask me. It's time for a change. And it starts with the people. So this Labor Day weekend, have your fun, do your thing, get your supplies up, and get your ass out the system. Go shop local. Here's the thing, you know how they talk about local shops being higher in cost? It's because they have less frequency of business. If you were to frequent them more often, they would be able to lower their prices, bring in the things that you like specifically because it's just their community. And you could experience an overall change in customer service. But it starts with us. What did Kennedy say? Ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your community. Let's work smarter, not harder. Give them a run for their money. Yeah. I'm gonna get out of here. Happy birthday, March Harris. Thank you, Mike, for coming through. Thank you to all the new people. Please be sure to like, share, subscribe, all that YouTubing stuff. Go visit me on Buy Me a Coffee. I promise I will be getting back to work soon over there and in other places. Thank you to the new visitors, BPM, Lighthouse Society. Thank you, Sister Enage, Mike Herrera, March Harris. If there's anybody I missed, I do apologize, you guys. Please, in case you don't see me, have a fantastic weekend. Do something stupid fun, cost effective, and does not require bail, because we ain't doing it. Keep spirit up. We'll see you in the streets. Remember, love yourself more than God and I love you.